we have spoken on the show before about the incredible impact of Pink in the City. The organization has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for the MUHC Foundation in support of breast cancer patients. This spring, Pink in the City partnered with the Sir Wilfrid Laurier School Board, and dozens of students are cutting their hair or shaving their heads and fundraising in support of metastatic breast cancer research. Daniel Johnson is the spiritual care and guidance and community involvement animator at the Sir Wilfrid Laurier School Board. He is also a Pink in the City volunteer. Thank you so much for joining us, Daniel.
Hi, Tara. Thank you so much for having me.
So, first of all, I love your title, Spiritual Care and Guidance and Community Involvement Animator. I love it. Tell us about that role and what you do.
Well, I love my job. Um, I get to go into all of our schools and try to transform the learning environment with the students. And we do it a lot through leadership development. From elementary all the way up to secondary school, we try to provide the tools for students to take what they're learning in the classroom and use it right now to make a difference in the world around them. We do everything from bully prevention to what we're doing today, which is shaving heads, raising awareness, and raising money for breast cancer.
Incredible. Now, when did you first start volunteering with Pink in the City?
Oh, when I met Lawrence. Lawrence started this 17 years ago when he was in grade six. And I met him when he was in high school, and he introduced me to the idea of it, and we started incorporating it into our leadership events. So we had hockey day, we had soldiers come from across the country to play with us, and we did Pink in the City stuff at the same time. And he shaved his head while he was going to the school I was working in, and it just kind of grew from there. And I kept working with them and incorporating it within our leadership programs.
Now, I'm curious about how high school students are embracing this idea of either cutting or shaving their head because, it's the teenage years. They're, precarious years, and a lot of it is often based around how you look and what you're projecting to others. So, how are they embracing this idea of shaving their heads or cutting their hair?
It's remarkable, and it's all grades, from junior high to kids that are graduating. And you're right, the image that you're projecting is part of that. What seems to happen is there is a joy, and the same desire Lawrence talked about when he started the Pink in the City is they see a need and they take ownership and responsibility as a stakeholder to do something about that need. And most of us have been touched by cancer. Most of us have
Hmm.
had somebody that has been affected or died. In my own life, I have. And so they take those stories, they take that unfortunate history, and they use it as an opportunity. And we've had girls shave their heads this year, and boys, and like I said, graduating students who are wearing this to their ceremony. And it's been
Wow.
amazing to see the communities rally around them.
That's incredible. It's very inspiring to hear you talk, and also inspiring to hear that young people today are taking ownership of this kind of important cause. Now, how many students have participated so far, Daniel?
This year, 25 students,
Wow.
youngest is grade one, all the way up to, like I said, grade 11. We've had two staff members and one parent. So there's shaves and cuts, but most are shaves.
We are speaking with Daniel Johnson. He is the spiritual care and guidance and community involvement animator at Sir Wilfrid Laurier School Board. Sir Wilfrid Laurier has partnered with Pink in the City, and children, kids, teens, whatever you want to call them, they are shaving their heads in support of breast cancer. Now, Daniel, what has this been like for you personally to watch evolve? You said that you first came in contact with this, 17 years ago when Lawrence started it. How has it been to see it evolve?
There's two parts to it. One part is the personal part. My mom died from breast cancer, and that's the part that I feel like is her legacy and my wounds with all of that um, being put into place to help somebody. That's one part. And then there's the professional part of it, helping students be successful at school. You get your high school diploma, get your leaving certificate, get whatever you can. Be as successful as possible. But if you don't know how to use it, if you don't know how to put those skills that you're learning in the classroom into active motion to create the best opportunity for you, then what's the point? So a lot of my energy and my work is overlapping all those things, be transformative. And watching this unfold, watching students rise to the challenge, and it's not just about the students getting their hair cut or shaved. It's about everybody around them, enabling them to do that. All the kids you don't see. Um, it's it's an honor to watch. I feel like it's a privilege because all I do is plant seeds, and everything grows
Mhm.
from the work of the students and the teachers and the staff. It's a real privilege.
Wow, that's so beautiful, Daniel. And I'm really, really sorry about your mom. Clearly, that would have an impact on anybody, and the way you're using it is very inspiring. So thank you for sharing that. I'm wondering about what you have has something surprised you in throughout this whole journey? Have you been like, well, I didn't realize this. Is there a moment like that or something that you can share with us?
Well, it's hard to find just one. Uh, for this year, with this raise craze, I am astounded at the number of students who have rise to the challenge. 7 schools, 25
Hmm.
students. It's huge. I've never seen that before. Um, I I guess that's like, yeah, I think that's
That's
the
the
biggest
one.
surprise. It's just how powerful this has been this year.
Now, Pink in the City raises money for breast cancer research. So if you'd like to see how some of these teens are taking ownership of this, just head to the muhcfoundation.com website and you can donate, you can support them. So Daniel, do you have an overarching goal for this? Are you going to keep this up? Is this something that you're going to do this year and maybe move on to a different project next year? Like, how are you seeing things evolving or moving forward?
Well, when we do student leadership, we're pretty serious about it. So the students lead. And so we follow and
Hmm.
we give them the tools to do it. So the students have said they want to keep doing it, because there's a team of student leaders who aren't in the schools that are kind of overseeing all of this and putting it together. Schools have said that they want to continue and do it as an annual thing in their schools. So my job is to just enable that. If people want to keep
Hmm.
going, we keep going. I will personally keep going. But I believe the momentum is there, the thirst is there, and the way Pink in the City and the MUHC have been able to work together. I mean, a lot of these Pink champions are going on a tour of the breast cancer clinic with Dr. Metaritzian to see
Hmm.
diagnosis, to operation, to everything, and that's going to change everything for these kids who maybe are getting excited about entering the field of medicine. Um,
Yeah.
and it's not just about the money too. It's we've reached over 5,000 students in our school board with messages of hope and telling them what's happening in their community and how they can be involved, and that's powerful too, just as much as the money being raised.
I'm so as you're speaking, Daniel, something sort of popped into my mind, this idea that how teens often communicate is through social media these days. So this really gives them an opportunity to communicate and to share something on a whole different level than what they might be normally communicating with each other at this time in their lives. Is that resonating at all with you?
Absolutely, absolutely. It challenges their identity from before they even thought about shaving their heads to shaving their heads. Like, I mean, it's something that they have to see, and it's something that they have to be the face of for their, in their
Mhm.
world. And we are challenging them to use these tools. So the day of posters up in your school is over, right? Social media is how we get messages out and we rally people, and we're trying to teach them that they have the power to do that, not just for whatever cultural thing is happening at the moment or things that are frivolous, but things that are really important. And for them to see the effect that they have just by sending one message or taking one stand, we hope it becomes a cascading effect, a ripple effect that will transform how they interact with their community and grow into adults.
I love that. Daniel Johnson is the spiritual care and guidance and community involvement animator at Sir Wilfrid Laurier School Board. He's also a Pink in the City volunteer. We are talking about all the students who are either shaving or cutting their hair for Pink in the City and breast cancer research. Head to muhcfoundation.com if you want to see more about it and support them. Daniel, it has been an absolute pleasure speaking with you today. Thank you so much for making the time and congratulations for all that you do.
Well, thank you so much, Tara. I really, really appreciate you being a part of this. So thank you.
Thank you.